Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I'm sorry that I'm not able to be there in person to present. Things are getting a little hectic, as I'm sure you're all aware of, and I've been personally swamped with work and some family issues. So without further ado, here is my consulting project. So to begin, I started out by reaching out to executives and HR professionals at Lucasfilm, Electronic Arts, and BioWare. Understandably, I did not get a response from any of those companies, and I had to move forward with contacting organizations that were more likely to respond. I had intended to ask my source of summer employment, Marvac Scientific, to see if they were willing to be a part of this, but as you can see, an opportunity presented itself with the Walnut Creek Police Department. Sometime in mid-February, my uncle contacted me to see if we could set up a survey to measure how the department's employees were holding up. He's an officer there and has been working at Walnut Creek for the last couple decades. He also previously participated in my research project for the CBSS research sequence and had thought it would be a good idea to have me construct a survey or questionnaire for job engagement and satisfaction. After that talk, he later asked me to submit the results and survey questions from that research sequence project to show my actual qualifications aside from, I know you and I think you have an idea what you're doing. So before contacting me again, I decided to work ahead and start working on the survey. Fortunately, as I'm sure many of you remember, we had an entire class session devoted to this. So we constructed a job engagement survey using previously made questionnaires. And once that was done, all I had to do was wait for a response. Shortly before spring break, my uncle called me wanting to set up an in-person meeting with him and the deputy police chief to iron out any details of implementing the survey. We had planned to meet when I came home for break, but as you all well know, the world just kind of stopped. And with the shutdowns, the Walnut Creek PD, along with all other essential areas of work, shifted dramatically and required more of a focus on functioning rather than things like this survey. So at this moment, my opportunity to implement the survey is on pause, and there are no concrete plans on when we might continue. Although I'm able to get concrete data on the specific areas that may need to be addressed at Walnut Creek right now, I looked into certain challenges that police departments as a whole broadly face in order to prepare and look up potential solutions. These challenge areas are largely recruitment, retention, and turnover. There is a guide issued to these departments specifically addressing these challenges, and while they offer a lot of good strategies to improve in these areas, I believe that from an IO perspective, there are some things that can be further improved. For example, there are plenty of initiatives and approaches to driving up the number of applications, but other than background checks and entrance exams, selection is largely unaddressed. Having clear guidelines surrounding structured interviews, ensuring that those entrance exams are well crafted and act similarly to work sample tests, can help find people who will perform well in these jobs. When it comes to retention and turnover, the guide focuses a lot on what is out of the employee's control, like salaries and appointed leadership. Something that could be added might be information or opportunities to help employees learn how to improve their workplace experience, their atmosphere in ways that they actually control. Obviously, without knowing the specific reasons why employees might not enjoy their work, it would be difficult to implement the best initiatives to help without that information. So while I'm currently unable to further pursue this service to the Walnut Creek PD, I've enjoyed the chance to both learn about and serve an organization that I have a lot of appreciation for. A lot of my family works in law enforcement, so there's a lot of loyalty there, and I was happy to have the opportunity to serve them. And hopefully I'll be able to complete this consulting opportunity in the future. Yeah, so thank you for watching, and if I'm unable to attend on Thursday, I wish you all luck with the rest of your semester and the rest of your classes on your finals, all that. And I also hope you have a great summer. I know things will be tough, but I'm sure all you guys will stick through. It was a pleasure to know all you this semester, and I'm sure you guys can get through it just fine, and I hope you all the best. Thanks.